impossible is what Buds Wenceslao demands to his people. For him, perfection is the only option. So Buds, thank you for coming to the show called Self-Made.
Thank you for inviting me.
We want to know your childhood story. Can you share with us?
Basically, when I was growing up, I tell this story often. I barely saw my dad because he was always working, and he instilled a lot of discipline among me and my 3 older brothers. So we kind of grew up with that. But at the same time, he knew when to reward, at least when he saw the effort that we were doing, whether it be in school or sports.
Are you a competitive child?
I have to say I'm not a complacent child. I'm not the type who can just sit down and do nothing. I always want to improve. I believe that you only have one life to live, and it's a game of inches. You don't have to make a complete turnover within one day, but slowly when you inch towards your goal, it's something to be accounted for.
What was your childhood dream?
My childhood dream is always to make my parents proud. That's a big thing, and it's not that I'm competing with what my father and grandfather has done, but we want to make sure that we have a goal to create the systems and process to make sure that our organization and our family business will survive multiple generations.
So during those time, you really wanted to be part of the business, the family business?
No, not really. But it's what do you call it? It's something that was slowly ingrained in us as we were growing up.
So during that time, what changed you?
I think it's a lot of it's obviously influenced from my dad. Like I saw what he was doing, although it wasn't in the scale that we are now. But it's more of I enjoyed the part where you can keep on reinventing and improving yourself.
So what was the values that you really learned from your families?
One thing I always remember, and this is something I always tell even my kids, is everything in life that's worth fighting for is hard. If you want something easy, then everybody would do it. So that's what he always says. Even when he did Aseana, which is our flagship project, he always said he did it because nobody wanted to do it, because it was hard. And at one point or another, obviously he could have failed, but he did it. So that's why we're here.
You think your parents happy for where you are now?
I hope so. I mean, I don't want to ask them, are you happy? But I think they realize the effort also that me and the next generation have put in to what he has built.
So running that business right now, what's the biggest challenges you're experiencing?
It's always finding the right people to complement the existing people there. And I'm sure even you, because you also run a business, it's finding the right fit for your organization. And that's I think one of the major factors that I have learned when I became the CEO of the company, is finding the right pieces to make the team work. But I think right now I'm more of, if I find the right person, I'm willing to make sure that person is rewarded, obviously in terms of salary, benefits, and whatnot, so that he can do it himself, and I can move on to other things and do other things and find other people, and again move on to other ideas and other projects.
What is the future of Aseana?
So we're envisioning Aseana to be a next generation city. We want to build it into a global community, and we want to build an urban recreation area. We don't want it to be some copycat of some foreign city that you would find. We want it to have its own soul.
So with that, what's your best advice then for the millennials in order to really work with your passion of making Philippine first world for what you're doing at Aseana City?
Spend time on actually learning something. It will be better for you to grow your roots, learn the business, develop connections, especially in Metro Manila, before you start venturing out in a lot of other different things. Only when you're sure that what you've learned is something that's not applicable for you or something you don't like in the long term, then that's when you should change industries or change jobs. In the meantime, what you get right now, regardless of whether the pay is low or the hours are long, it's something that you will be able to use in the future.
And with that also, young generation right now are so intelligent because everything online. But what's lacking? What's the best message that you can tell them? Something that you use that they can also use.
Because I saw this TEDx speech about what is the most important trait for people to be successful. So what can you teach your children so that they will be successful here? And it's not math. You know, it's not take them to music lessons. It's grit. It's about just keeping at it something. When you fall down, get back up. Just being focused, determined. That's I think the most important thing that you need to have.
So do you consider yourself successful?
No, I don't.
Why?
Because there's a lot of other more successful people, younger than me, in different countries, who are doing a lot of bigger, greater things than me. That's why I keep going. If you consider yourself successful, maybe you'll stop working and start playing golf or whatever. So I am naturally insecure. That's why I keep pushing.
How about parents? You're now a parent. So what do you think the best advice for parents also to connect with their children?
I think in this age of the digital age, and I'm also guilty of it, I think you just need to spend time with them. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter if you're just sitting there and then he or she is playing, But most of the time, you go to like restaurants where you see families that are literally all looking at their phones or their tablets or whatnot. So I think that's the most important key, is to just spend time with both their spouse or significant other and your kids.
Very nice. Thank you, Buds.
I am Rebecca Bustamante, and this is Self-Made.